iPhone 6s Plus versus iPhone 7 Plus versus iPhone 8 Plus iOS 11.2.5 battery drain test. That video is coming up. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone 6s Plus versus the iPhone 7 Plus versus the iPhone 8 Plus full battery drain test on iOS 11.2.5. Now, we did this the other day on the smaller iPhones, but today we're going to see which of the pluses and how they do in terms of their real world performance. Now, this is not, trying to emulate how you might use your phone. This is more of a stress test to see, like, if you're just really pounding on these phones, how you could actually get, what kind of battery life you can actually get here. So we're going to start the stopwatch over there on the iPhone 8. And I just want to mention that every phone has airplane mode on, Bluetooth is on, Wi-Fi is on, and we have AirDrop off on all of them. Now, I do have background app refresh running on all of these. Location is on. So I just really wanted to drain the battery fully on these smartphones. We're going to run a multiple series of tests, such as video tests. We're going to run some Geekbench 3D Mark benchmarks. We're going to even do some temper run. We're going to do some 4K video recording to really just stress these batteries to the max. You can see iOS version right there, 11.2.5 for the 6s Plus, iOS 11.2.5 for the 7 Plus, as well as the 8 Plus. So we're going to go ahead and begin with the first test, which is going to be this 55-minute long iPhone 7 full review that I did, and we're just going to let them loop and just play the entire time. And I will be back when all of these are done playing, and we're going to see the first test result here for the iPhones. Like I say, full brightness on all of them, so streaming a video at full brightness for about 52 minutes. We have a score of 79% on the 6s Plus, 82 on the 7 Plus, and 86 on the 8 Plus. So that A11 is in the lead here above these other two devices. We're going to run a quick Antutu benchmark and see if this drains any battery. I'll speed it up really quickly, and you could see after the Antutu benchmark, which takes about 5 to 10 minutes, you can see 67% on the 6s Plus, 79% on the 7 Plus, and 83% on the 8 Plus. So the 8 Plus not too much ahead of the 7 Plus, even though it does have a more efficient processor. The 7 Plus actually has a larger battery, but the 6s Plus is really just not doing very well here. So we're gonna loop temper run for quite a bit of time, and we'll come back and see what the results are after this test. So after about 1 hour and 30 minutes, the iPhone 6s Plus is down to 57%, not looking good. 67% on the 7 Plus and 74% for the iPhone 8 Plus. We're gonna run some similar tests back again just to see how the battery performs again, and I'll come back at, we'll see, I think it's gonna be around 2 hours after this one. So I ran the iPhone 10 versus Note 8 comparison. I did just over and over again just for about 30 minutes straight on all the devices, and when I came back, I seen that the iPhone 6s Plus was significantly down over the prior test update, 51%, 59% on the 7 Plus, and 66%. So they're getting kind of close, but the 8 Plus is still quite a bit ahead of both of those two. But the one that's really kind of disappointing me a little bit is the 6s Plus. I'm surprised that it's like this far behind the 8 Plus, but we'll see how far it goes to the finish line here. So we're gonna run some 4K video, continuously on 4K 30 FPS. I don't have 60 FPS on the 8 Plus because I want to make this fair here, running the same amount of power. And I just speed it up here, and you can see we're already at 15 minutes on the 4K video and a little bit more. Now we're at 28 minutes, and we can see I ran a Geekbench as well. And I wanted to mention that when you run Geekbench, when these phones are really warm, you could see the performance is just horrible. So this might prove that Apple is throttling performance under, when the battery is stressed. Like you can see in this video, I'm definitely stressing the battery here. Ran some gaming, some more 3D Mark, and at 2 hours and 40 minutes, the iPhone 6s Plus and the iPhone 8 Plus, let's check their battery capacity. So 6s Plus is sitting at a measly 18%, iPhone 7 Plus at a 37%, and 10% ahead is the 8 Plus. So as it goes on, it seems like the iPhone 8 Plus is staying way ahead in the lead, and it seems to keep increasing its lead over these tests. So let's go ahead and run some more 3D benchmark. We'll do some more tempo run, and we're gonna come back when I think the iPhone 6s Plus is gonna die soon. So maybe it will die, maybe not. we'll see. So here we are at about 2 hours and 59, 3 hours. You can see 17% on the iPhone 6s Plus, 31% for the 7 Plus, and 40% for the 8 Plus. So the 8 Plus doing quite well. And just imagine if you guys had, you know, the screen brightness down lower, the 8 Plus would be lasting much longer. We just got a low battery indicator on both 6s Plus and 7 Plus. Run some more 3D Mark, some more video, and we're right around 3 hours and 35 minutes, 37 minutes, 39 minutes, 40 minutes, 3 hours and 45 minutes so far, and the 6s Plus is still on, so that's quite impressive. But there it goes. The 6s Plus is gone at around 3 hours and 51 minutes, and we're going into 4 hours here over on both of these devices, and you can see 4 hours 16, 4 hours and 20, and the iPhone 7 Plus is still kicking. And there goes the iPhone 7 Plus at around 4 hours and 31 minutes. So this thing's gonna die in just a second, and boom, you could see 4 hours and 30. The iPhone 7 Plus is gone, but it did last significantly longer than the iPhone 6s Plus. So if you were thinking about buying one of these phones right now, you might want to consider the 7 Plus over the 6s Plus when it comes to just sheer battery. But if you want the best battery of all of them, you can see right here who's clearly ahead. Both of the phones are dead, and we still have the iPhone 8 Plus running here. You know, the iPhone 8 Plus is gonna outlast both of them just due to sheer efficiency on the A11 CPU. They both have 3 gigs of RAM on the 7 and the 8, but the 8 has the A11, so definitely going to give you better juice. Now, the iPhone 6s Plus throughout this test was showing that, you know, it kept decreasing a lot. Now, I do have the Samsung processor in mind, so that might play a role here, but the 8 Plus should be dying soon here. You can see another 3D Mark benchmark, and I think it dies around 4 hours and 50 minutes around there. So not too much of a difference between the 7 Plus and the 8 Plus. I was shocked at how well the 7 Plus kept up with the 8 Plus throughout this entire video. It was actually quite shocking here. So let's see where we finish out here. It should be dying soon for the 8 Plus. And we're at 1% at 4 hours and 41 minutes for this guy. So remember that 4 hours and 30 minutes, we had a death of the iPhone 7 Plus. And I think we're about to go here on the 8 Plus any minute now. So this is pretty impressive that the iPhone 8 Plus was able to last this much longer, like over 10 minutes, you know, on full stress test. That means that if it was lower, like lower brightness, it might last even longer than the other two phones on just everyday use. So definitely, as I've said in the past videos, the 8 Plus definitely gonna win every single time over prior editions, and it's still kicking at 22 seconds of 4K video. Just come on, when are you gonna die, 8 Plus? We're waiting on you. We're waiting on that battery to kick, and there it goes at 4 hours and 41 minutes. So wow, what a test here between all 3 of these devices. I already knew that the 6s Plus was going to lose in the beginning because I've had nothing but battery issues with that phone over time, but I was shocked that it actually held its own. Over 3 hours on battery life is not too bad for a 2-year-old device. Samsung processor in there, not the TSMC. The 7 Plus really shocked me because how well it did, but this one is gone first. The iPhone 6s Plus, you can see the charger, it is definitely dead. It will not turn on no more, and you can see the iPhone 7 Plus will also not turn on anymore. And let's get over here to the 8 Plus and make sure it won't turn on, because sometimes these iPhones will die, but then again, you could reboot them up shockingly. Like you can just turn them back on and they'll just reboot. So kind of weird sometimes when it does that. But anyway, if you guys found this video helpful, enjoyable, entertaining, informing, do me a favor, go ahead and click that like button. This was the iPhone 6s Plus versus the iPhone 7 Plus versus the iPhone 8 Plus battery drain test. I also did a comparison between the iPhone, it was like the SE, then it was versus the 7 versus the 8 versus the 10. So you can check that one out. Link is down below in the description area of this video. This one was fun, over 4 hours. So you can see that clearly that the Plus models are definitely better on battery life. Go look at my other video. You'll see that they all died around the high 3 hours. So you get a significant increase on all these devices over the smaller editions. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll catch you on the next one. Nick here helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.